Good morning once again from my balcony. It's Wednesday morning, April 15th. I believe it's the birthday of. Shut up! I believe it's the birthday of my favorite hockey player. Happy B-Day, Ilya. They're honking for you. That's really what one wants to wake up to. Yesterday I finally scouted through the hidden comments, the potentially harmful folder. I find a lot of comments in there, and in my regular folder, which just haven't popped up on my feed. So please excuse me if I don't reply for a long time. It may just be, especially if you write something long, it may just be that I can't find your comment. But I did find some comments in the potentially harmful folder that were okay. Other comments that I released, even they're not okay, but I released them just so you guys can see them. Such as, fuck off to Sweden and hug immigrants. I will definitely go back to Sweden and hug myself once I get there. And I'll also hug Serbians there. So I'll definitely do that. You should do that too. Hugging is good. And and they even stated, well, I am not Serbian. No, I know you're not Serbian. Это вы уже знаю. Surprise! So, fucking off to Sweden. Speaking of that. So, thank you. So, speaking of fucking off to Sweden. Oh, that was an ambulance. I really hope nobody got hurt. I thought it was police first. Yeah. Oh. So, speaking of fucking off to Sweden. Yes, some people are not gonna like what I'm just saying now. There is an evacuation flight today straight to Stockholm, which the government of Serbia is paying for. I have a lot of evacuation flights that you guys are paying for, unlike many other countries. Anyways, I am not taking it. I thank you humbly for the flight. Had I been in another country instead of Serbia, I might have taken it. I would have probably taken the earlier one as well. But I'm not stuck in another country. I'm stuck in Serbia, so I will not take that one. I have established myself now here, doing the vlog, getting lovely replies from you, having conversations with you, even on the internet, and there is not much up in Stockholm for me. Boy, you'll be home. No, I wouldn't be home. I'd be in my apartment. That's not home. I'd have my stuff and I'd have my studio, and that's pretty much it. It is what I have been doing for the past 10 years. How about doing something different for once? A lot of Serbians have reached out to me to inform me of this flight. The first one to do so was actually a Swedish, Swedish person living in Belgrade. Thank you very much. Tack jättemycket för det. Den informationen fick jag inte från ambassaden, kan jag säga. And people are genuinely concerned about me having to be here, and there's a flight if you want to take, you don't have to be here anymore. And I think that is incredibly sweet of you. Thank you very much for your concern. I feel it's genuine concern. Thank you very much for that. Today is also going to be sunnier than yesterday. Yes, yesterday wasn't sunny, so that makes absolute sense. The sun is out and the sky is clear, and I believe it's going to be warmer today than yesterday. The air is still cold because it rained yesterday, so the air gets chilled. It has not rained here for more than a month, and incidentally yesterday when it rained, someone decided it is time to clean the streets with water. So there were street cleaners cleaning the streets with water on the only day that it rained. The other puzzling fact that I came across yesterday was that I went into a store that apparently had mask and glove requirements for everybody. So obviously I gracefully bowed out, but before I did that, being told I had to wear a mask and gloves, I was told by a person who was serving a customer not wearing mask and gloves. But like, I have an extra mask and gloves if you need, so you don't have to go home. I mean, I'll be back the next day. That's fine. I have gloves and masks at home. That was very sweet. So Serbian kindness meets Serbian legislation, I guess. Oh, yes. Your Easter is coming up and you will be in lockdown from 5 p.m. Friday until 5 a.m. on Tuesday, so your Monday even gets taken away from that. Well, I had an easier Easter in that sense. I'm sorry to hear it. On the other hand, maybe it is necessary. On the third hand, you know, you all have each other and you have good food, and you know, it's not the end of the world and you have been through worse. So, having said that, I have a friend who moved to Bahamas and got hitched, and she's been living there for a long time now. Now, I asked her what the situation there is, and she said that it's complete lockdown. All weekends are complete lockdown. You cannot go out, except for some emergency shopping. But even shopping has an organized system, semi-organized system. They shop according to their names. So if my name starts with an A, my time slot will be between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m., for instance, to go grocery shopping. And you have to you have to be carrying your ID to show people. And she says that the lines to the grocery stores are super long and you have to wait for hours. A couple of days ago she waited for 90 minutes and she didn't even get in. And other times the lines can be like 3 hours. It's a very good series. I'm watching it for the third time. I know Charlie up in Novi Sad is watching Ozark. I haven't watched that. Watch Black Sails, dude. I was watching his vlog from day 28 when he was so super happy to be out of his quarantine. Puts a smile on your face. He was showing all these pictures of all these flowers. Everything is in bloom here. It's so beautiful. And it's a shame people have to sit inside during this particular time. He was also talking about getting grief about people telling him what to do and what to wear and stuff like that. Don't eat this, wear that. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Who writes that to you? Or is that, you know, your American buddies? I mean, Serbians don't write that, right? I mean, you guys don't write that to me. If you write that stuff to him, stop pestering him. Nobody writes that stuff to me. The only inappropriate comments that I get is "fuck off to Sweden" and "hug your own immigrants." But that's about it. It would be super interesting to compare his trolls with mine. I mean, I obviously don't have a big channel yet. It is growing. My goodness, last time I checked I was almost up in 800 subscribers. Where do you guys come from? Wow. It's steadily going up. It's not like explosive, it's going up steadily. Wow. But so he probably has more trolls than I do. But the comments can be so hilarious at times.